It was a tense night at Arthur Ashe Stadium, where Coco Gauff survived an early scare to keep her title defense alive at the 2025 U.S. Open. The American star, who has shouldered the expectations of a nation since her breakthrough as a teenager, battled through inconsistency before ultimately prevailing in a hard-fought three-set victory over Australia's Ajla Tomljanovic on Tuesday. The match, however, was not the only thing that sparked conversation. Viewers quickly took to social media, not to discuss Gauff's resilience, but to criticize ESPN's commentary team, who many felt were far too one-sided in their coverage. Gauff's road to New York marked by change coming into this year's U.S. Open. Gauff was navigating a period of transition in her career. Just before the tournament began, she made headlines by parting ways with her longtime coaching team, Daly and J.C. Faurel, after a string of disappointing results at Wimbledon, the National Bank Open, and the Cincinnati Masters. In their place, she hired Gavin MacMillan, a biomechanics specialist whose resume includes working with Aryna Sabalenka, the reigning powerhouse of the women's game. Gauff explained that the shake-up was necessary if she wanted to evolve. "I knew I needed to make a change, a technical change," Gauff said ahead of her first-round match. "I don't want to waste time continuing to do the wrong things. I know where I want my game to go, and I'm not going to waste time playing a way that doesn't get me there." A shaky yet determined start despite her preparations, Gauff's performance on Tuesday reflected a player still searching for rhythm. She committed 10 double faults, a glaring weakness that repeatedly opened the door for Tomljanovic. At one stage, she found herself just 2 games from elimination, struggling to control her serve and allowing her opponent to dictate points. But true to her reputation as a fierce competitor, Gauff steadied her game in the decisive moments. She leaned on her athleticism and composure to close out the match, sealing her place in the second round of the tournament. ESPN booth accused of bias toward Gauff. While Gauff's fightback kept fans in their seats, the ESPN commentary team drew sharp criticism online. Veteran broadcaster Chris Fowler and tennis legend Chris Evert, who were on the call, came under fire for what many viewers perceived as excessive favoritism toward Gauff. On social media, fans voiced frustration that Tomljanovic's efforts weren't properly acknowledged, with some accusing the announcers of treating the match as though Gauff was destined to win regardless of the scoreline. One fan wrote, "Please, please, enough with the Coco Gauff worship." Another commented on how dismissive the booth sounded even as Tomljanovic mounted her comeback. Sorority sisters Chris Evert and Chris Fowler giggling about Gauff